Tough sledding on the Power 5. Can't run from it. No doubt about it. This has been the worst stretch since the show came back in August. Still, though, a 229, 210, and 12 run with the free plays. I notice there's been a lot more comments calling me out for the losers than there were back when the show was on fire. That's okay. Comes with the territory. Here on Thursday, I've got a play for Steelers-Browns. Also, 3 college basketball plays for Thursday. And a look ahead to Saturday college football. As a reminder, feel free to comment with your thoughts on any of these bets. Or if you just want to keep talking trash, go ahead and do that as well. I don't mind. Here we go. Number 1, Steelers-Browns, 8:15 Eastern on Amazon Prime. Interesting matchup here in the sense that last week, the Steelers were home underdogs and the Browns closed as road favorites. Now, a week later, those roles have reversed. Normally, that might signal some value on the Browns in the home underdog role, but I do have to point out that when the Browns hosted the Ravens earlier this season, they closed +7. The Steelers just beat the Ravens. So by comparison, this line looks a little short. So what do? Unconventional teaser time. I will tease the Browns up from the current number of +3.5 to +9.5. And we will tease the total back up to 43 and take the under. So it's a 6-point teaser for Thursday Night Football. Browns +9.5, under 43. I know certain books like FanDuel do not allow this. DraftKings does. Weather is expected to be a factor tonight here in Cleveland. It was snowing earlier. I looked out my window. That should keep the game both close and low scoring. Keep in mind this Pittsburgh offense still only 20th in EPA per play in the 4 weeks with Russell Wilson starting at quarterback. All right, I've got a bunch of college basketball for you today. Like I said, second play on the Power 5 is going to be Seton Hall VCU. That's Virginia Commonwealth. Under 126. This game's part of the Charleston Classic, which takes place in where else? Charleston, South Carolina. 5 p.m. Eastern tip. You want to talk about a recipe for an under. Get this. Seton Hall is 362nd nationally in points per game. 53.8. There's only 364 teams in Division I. Alcorn State and Mississippi Valley State are the two that average fewer. But, same time, Seton Hall is 11th in defensive efficiency in the Ken Palm ratings. So they're very strong at the other end. As a matter of fact, in their last game, guys, the Pirates allowed, you're not going to believe this, but it's true, just 28 points to Wagner. Not 28.5, 28 for the game. And on top of all that, Seton Hall is also playing at the 7th slowest adjusted tempo in the country. Here are how many total points have been scored in Seton Hall's 4 games this season. 110, 113, 97, and 82. Oh, by the way, VCU ranks 7th nationally in defensive efficiency, even higher than Seton Hall. Easy undercall for me in this one. All right, number 3, let's take Nevada -2.5 versus Vanderbilt. This is also part of the Charleston Classic. Tip-off scheduled currently for 7:30 Eastern Time or a half hour after that Seton Hall VCU game ends. Both Nevada and Vandy come into this game a perfect 4-0 straight up on the season. However, it is Nevada that is also 4-0 against the spread, while Vandy just 2-2 ATS. Few things to keep in mind with Vandy, even though they blew out Cal. This is essentially a brand new roster for 2024, playing in an up-tempo scheme. The Commodores' 3 top players are all transfers. Meanwhile, Nevada, they're a veteran-laden team led by Nick Davidson and Kobe Sanders. They've already beaten both Washington and Santa Clara by double digits. The Wolfpack should have the edge up front in this matchup against Vanderbilt. Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. They'll move to 5-0 ATS. Third and final college hoops play for today will be San Francisco moneyline -125 versus Memphis. This was our show best bet on the morning wager, Mark Zinno and I. It's not a true home game for the Dons, as we talked about, but the game taking place in the Chase Center, home of the NBA's Warriors. But that, last I checked, is a lot closer to their campus than it is to Memphis's. And situationally, this is not a great spot for Memphis, because up next, they've got the Maui Invitational, where they're open with 2-time defending national champion UConn. So this may be a bit of a look ahead for Penny Hardaway's team, which would be a mistake given how good San Francisco could be. The Dons have already beaten Boise State by 11. That's a Boise State team that might be the best in the Mountain West this year. San Francisco's also been incredibly consistent at the offensive end, scoring 86, 84, 84, and 82 points in their 4 games. Nothing fluky about that 84 point per game scoring average. I like San Francisco to win here. Nothing for me in the Thursday college football game. So let's close out today's Power 5 with a look ahead to Saturday. Louisiana Monroe plus 2.5 at Arkansas State. Here's a trend you may be unaware of, but it will astound you. Louisiana Monroe is 0-14 straight up and against the spread in its last 14 meetings with Arkansas State. But you know what? Most of those ULM, were really bad. This one started the season 5-1 straight up, so things were looking good. But things have nosedived a little bit. They've lost 4 in a row, which means what? Well, they're still 1 win shy of bowl eligibility. But remember, I cashed ULM as a client release early in the season. They were a double-digit underdog at home, smoked Trent Dilfer's UAB, and I'm going to come back and take them here again as a short road underdog against Arkansas State. The finale for ULM is against rival Louisiana. That's going to be a challenging game. So if they want to end their 12-year bowl drought, they've only been to 1 bowl in their history, it's got to come Saturday in Jonesboro. And honestly, I think they're going to win this game outright. Arkansas State's a total fraud, guys. They closed as 3-point underdogs last week against Georgia State, who has been the worst ATS team in the entire country this season. Now, while the Red Wolves won that game, they were actually outgained 419 to 358. Early money has come in on the dog. Louisiana Monroe here. So let's go ULM plus 2.5. And let us do a quick recap of the Power 5 for today. I've had some technological issues all morning here in the Power household, so I need a recap, quite frankly. Number 1, Steelers-Browns teaser. We are taking Browns plus 9.5, under 43. Number 2, we like Seton Hall VCU under 126 in the Charleston Classic. Number 3, Nevada minus 2.5 versus Vanderbilt. That is also part of the Charleston Classic. We like San Francisco money line minus 125 versus Memphis. And then in college football for Saturday, we like ULM. That's Louisiana Monroe plus 2.5 at Arkansas State. Again, comment down below with your thoughts on any of those 5 selections. Let me know what you're betting on Thursday as well, whether it's Steelers-Browns, college basketball, the NBA, which I did not touch on. It's a short card. Or if you're looking ahead to the weekend, anything you've got already circled and locked in for college or NFL. As a reminder, after you've smashed that like button, I know you already have, head on over to WT.buzz/BP, which is where you find all my top plays, including a 5% max bet for Saturday in college football. This will be only the second 5% max bet I've released in CFB all season, if you can believe it. Of course, this past Sunday, I cashed a 5% in the NFL. Bills over the Chiefs. I'm now 8-1 with 5% max bets in football over the last 12 months. That is the number 1 5% record in football at WagerTalk during that time. Not to mention, despite Tuesday's disappointing loss with Northern Illinois, I'm still number 1 in college football at WagerTalk, not just this season, but the last 365 days as well. 55-26, my last 81 CFB releases. That's 94.3 units of profit. A red-hot 12-4 run my last 16 plays as well. Right now at my page, again, that's WT.buzz/BP, you can get both my 5% max bet and an additional 4% play for only $39. That 4% play was the $5 special on Tuesday, in case if you've already gotten that. Furthermore, my Morning Wager co-host Mark Zinno and I are teaming up for a special offer this weekend. You buy a 3-day package from one of us for just $69. You get the other guy free of charge. It's 3 days of plays from both Mark and myself for only $69. Every sport, every play, 3 days. What a deal. Special offers now available. Just head on over to the deals tab at WagerTalk.com. And that's going to do it for Thursday's edition of the Power 5. Thank you for your patience today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hit that thumbs up if you did. Make sure you're subscribed to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, let's cash some tickets.